organised the e-conferences, because it was, for me, I have a great affinity and love for ordinary Catholic people who haven't had an opportunity to have academic qualifications, and they've got a great yearning and desire, and it was wonderful to work with such a strong team and the great scholars, our great Catholic scholars who wanted to reach out to these people and share everything they knew. It was a delight.
How did you find the challenge of the technology?
Okay, the challenge of the technology, it's beautiful reaching a certain age because you know what you know and you know what you don't know. And when I didn't know, I got in the experts. So that was where Vividas and Annie Corrett and other people assisted me in delivering. I was more the educationalist, so I knew what I didn't know, and so I included those people, the skillful people who did know.
And what about training some of the lecturers in order to...
That was really interesting because this was, for me, the first time I can remember where the Catholic Church had specifically looked at getting our very best scholars and connecting them to people who had no theological qualifications. And so there was almost a new language they had to use. But that, in a way, was very beautiful to actually talk about their own faith journey, talk about their own experience of understanding the Scripture at a very ordinary, everyday level. And it took a little while to get there, but in the end, people really came on board and they supported each other in that. It was beautiful to watch.
And did you achieve a communication between people in different countries and different parts of Australia who wouldn't normally come across in a way that increased their idea of the church?
Yes, it was fantastic at reaching out. Like at one stage there, I got a real sense of the church being a universal church, the church reaching out to all of those little places, and people would ring and email to say, you know, I'm here at the back of Mount Isa, I'm talking about this at our local, at Mass, and to gathering a local group of people. Up in Geraldton, it's amazing how the Catholics are spread like a thin spider web across the country, and here was something that they could find accessible, fun, could be proud to invite other people. In country towns, a lot of ecumenical gatherings, because very few of them will ever hear or have the opportunity to hear Frank Maloney or Brendan Byrne. So no, this was beautiful, watching the spiderweb of the Catholics all across Australia, and then internationally was often through religious connections. Our wonderful network of Jesuits or Josephite sisters or Marist brothers, they spread the word across the world. Yeah, you felt like it was a universal church all pulling together.
And did you have the opportunity to use established social networks like Facebook?
Yes, we did have the opportunity to use other established social networks like Facebook. Once again, I have to credit Annie Corrett in our media office, who we did have a Facebook, we did have a Twitter, we had a website prior to the conference actually being webcast live, where people could go and get lots of information. So it was a beginning for us, and we did everything that we could to invite as many people along as possible.
It was a beginning. Does that mean there's going to be a lot more? Is it an annual or a
Yes, it is an annual event. In fact, someone came up to me and said, you got 50,000, I want to double that number for the e-conference in October. So I say, go for it. That was Father Peter Brock. So there's one coming up in October. And yes, I'm sure that, I'm not quite sure what 20 or 13 will bring, but our bishop is committed to keeping this wonderful educational opportunity on an ongoing basis for people in Australia.